What is up, everybody out there? Aaron here. Deck profile. Now, I have done this deck before. I'll just do it again. Because, yeah, it's a bit different. Simple, 40 cards. Fun to play. And it's pure Blackwing. Blackwings go pretty fast because they swarm. If you don't know what swarm means, it particularly means you can play more than one monster on one turn. They are fun to play. It's not an expensive deck unless you want to buy those competitive cards. And what I mean by pure means it's only that one particular type. So Blackwing, all my monsters are Blackwings. There is no Ash Blossom, there is no Ghost Ogre, none of those expensive cards. Or yeah, they made them not expensive anymore because they were reprinted or they're common now. I don't play those cards. Those are like competitive cards to use in a deck. I don't do it. So yeah, here we go. The Blackwings once again, but it's a bit different. So you're gonna go with the 2 Sirocco. Sirocco is just like Cyber Dragon. Basically, if everyone knows what Cyber Dragon is. Cyber Dragon is if you have no monsters and your opponent has monsters, you can special summon the Cyber Dragon. The Sirocco is similar, the same thing, except it's a normal summon. So if you have no monsters, your opponent has monsters, you can summon the Sirocco. It is like Cyber Dragon, except it's not special summon. It is normal summon. The other effect Sirocco has is that if you have more than one Blackwing out, you can choose one of your Blackwing monsters, equip your attack of the Sirocco or any other Blackwings, equip it to that one Blackwing you wish to. It will increase and get the attack of what your other Blackwings are, including Sirocco. That's the only Blackwing that can attack. That's the fun thing about Sirocco. So yeah, it could be normal summon if you have no monsters on the field and your opponent has monsters on the field. Yeah, it is a 5-star monster, but that's what it does. Just like Cyber Dragon, except Cyber Dragon is special summon. If you have no monsters on the field, your opponent has monsters on the field. Sirocco, you can normal summon it if you have no monsters on the field and your opponent has monsters on the field. So that's the difference. Shura, Blackwing Shura. Blackwing Shura. When it is summoned out, if you destroy a monster, if it destroys a monster sent to the graveyard, you can add one of your Blackwings and pretty much and summon it on the field by 15 attack or less, effects negated. That is Shura, the Blackwing. Bora the Spear. So, I'll show you right here. Bora. Bora is when you have a Blackwing out, you can special summon the Bora the Spear. If it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. That's what's so good about the Spear. And it is 17 attack. So this is what I mean. If you have like the Sirocco out, you can special summon the Spear. Like I said about the effect of what Sirocco does, you can equip this 2000 to your 17 attack, attack a defense position monster, and your Bora, the Spear, would be the only one that attacks, but it equipped to the 2000 attack, so it's not 17. It would be add 2000, so 27, 37. 37 attack your Bora the Spear has. And yeah, since you have more, it could be like if you had 2 in your hand. You normal summon, special, special. So that's what I mean by you can play more than it swarms. That's the Bora the Spear. Next, we got the Gale. You're one of the tuners, and it's considered the best tuner, one of the best tuners out of the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Reason. Okay, yeah, is a Blackwing. Also, it can be special summoned if you have another Blackwing out. Its other effect. When this is on the field, once per turn, you can target one of your opponent's monsters. that monster would be cut in half. Now, how most cards are, particularly set at the end of the battle phase, it'll increase right back. No, what Gale does, when it hits a monster and cuts it in half, it stays that way. It's permanent. So it will not go back like how other cards say at the end of the turn that attack will go back up. No. It is permanent until it's destroyed. So let's just say maybe a 4,000 attacker. Use Gale's effect, you will cut it in half, so it would be 2,000, and it stays at 2,000 until it is destroyed. So simple as that. That's how brutal Gale can be. So yeah, cut a 4,000 attacker monster, goes down to 2,000. Now here's the thing also. In your next turn, if you still have Gale out, and that monster is still on the field, you can cut it again once again. So think of it this way. 2,000, you cut it in half. Now it's a 1,000 attacker. So you just wiped out a 4,000 attacker to go down to 2,000. If it's still on the field, you have Gale, cut it once again in half. It'll become a 1,000 attacker now. Now when you have more than one of these out, you can do the effect twice. So it's like, use one Gale, cut it in half. So that was 2,000, cut it once again in half. So you're lowering your monster's attack monster, and it stays permanent unless it's destroyed. Unless it would be monster reborn or anything like that, well then you're just gonna have to redo it. But simple as that. Of course, yeah, most monsters you say you cannot target them. Okay, you can't target those, but that's how brutal Gale can be. Blizzard can't be special summon. It's a tuner. When normal summon, you can search for one of your Blackwings for level 4 or lower. Put in defense mode. Effects negated. It's a tuner as well. So that's like, okay, normal. Get back your spear. Effects negated. Synchro to make a level 6. Kalut. Now Kalut is almost like an Honest. Honest is one of your light monsters. Of course, your helper. So attack, you play Honest for a light monster. The attack goes high, so your monster stays alive. Now this is what Kalut does. Almost the same thing. When you have a Blackwing out, when you would attack, or if you were attacked of a Blackwing, you can play Kalut from your hand. It'll increase the level. It'll increase the attack up for 14 points. The attack up to 14. Since it's a 14 attacker, let's say Sirocco, it were to be attacked by a 3,000, and that's 2,000. No, you can play Kalut, increase it by 14, so your monster stays alive. Now, since you have 3, let's say if you had 2 out, you attack and you want to increase it by 14, increase it again by another 14. You can do that as well. So that's Kalut. It's your boost up for a 14 attack, more points. Now we'll go with the Blackwing Chris. Chris is a 19 attacker. Now here's the thing also. If you control a Blackwing monster other than Blackwing Chris, you can normal summon it. Now here's the other thing. Only special summon Blackwings. Yeah, Chris the Cracker. Okay, yeah, can special summon this card from your hand. Only if you special summon Blackwing Chris. Once per turn. This card cannot be destroyed by spell and trap cards. Effects. So yeah, that's Chris. Chris is a pretty good one to use. It's a new one, but when the game of Yu-Gi-Oh started, and it was pretty much simple little Blackwing monsters like I'm showing you. Later on, it became with Chris and some others. And then again, when the Blackwings came, there were more support, more cards to it. And I bet those are more brutal kind of cards, but I'm not doing it. And then my last monster is the Cerejos. So the Cerejos is, when it's in the graveyard, you can pay 400 life points, summon it right back on the field. Add it to your hand, if I believe that's what it is, yeah. If this card is in your graveyard, you can return one face-up monster you control to the hand. Special summon this card from the graveyard. Now, if you do this, you can only do this once per duel. Not once per turn, once per duel. So you can only do it like once. It's not bad if you're paying 400 life points. It's not like you're paying 1,000 life points, 1,500 life points if you're using Solemn Strike. Solemn Judgment, you're paying half of your life points. Solemn Warning, when you're paying 2,000 life points. Just simple 400 points of damage to yourself. That's not bad. So yeah, all my monsters, yeah, and everything is Blackwing, nothing else. Alright, Blackwing Whirlwind, your helper for the Blackwings. Continue a spell card. When another Blackwing is on the field, when you summon one. As soon as you summon one, so let's just say, sure, you have out, and you have Blackwing out, you must have Blackwing Whirlwind out first. You summon Blackwing Shura, if that was the situation. Use the effect of Blackwing Whirlwind. You can add any other level, well, attack of 17 or less. So it must be, you search for one for 17 or less. It could be any. Add it to your hand. So that's almost like 18. Summon your, get your Bora. Now remember, another Blackwing on the field, special summon the Bora. Or if you wish to, you can get your Gale, Blizzard, but Blizzard can't be special summoned. Your Kalute, or your Cerejos. Pretty much, and if you have more than this out, so let's just say 2 are out, well then you search for 2. It was at 3 when the game started playing the Blackwings, then it went to 2, went to 1, and then now it just, Whirlwind went back to 3. Okay, Dark Eruption. Dark Eruption is a fun card to use, and it's so interesting. I don't know why people don't do this for like a Blackwing deck. Reason: add one dark monster with 15 attack or less from your graveyard, add it to your hand. What in this deck do you have 15 attack or less? If you already use Kalute, get your Kalute in your graveyard, right back to your hand. Get your Blizzard if you wish to. Or if you want to, if it's in the graveyard, get your Gale right back. They're less than 15. And if you had both of these in your hand, it does not say you can only play once per turn. If you had both of these and you want to play them instantly, you can do that. So Dark Eruption, I say, is very, very fun, consistent to play in the deck. Because that's already, you need your Kalute and you already used them. You need one right back. Dark Eruption, get one back to your hand. So it's, yeah, also, you have your Gale, Dark Eruption, get your Gale. Let's say you already had a Blackwing out, Dark Eruption, Gale, you have another Blackwing on the field, special summon it. Dark Eruption is a fun card for me to play. Cosmic Cyclone. There's a minus and a plus to this card. Minus of, or I would say a +2, -1. The -1 is you have to pay 1,000 life points to do this effect. The +2, what I mean is, it's a quick play. That would be +1, +2. Hit a magic and trap of your opponent's that your opponent controls. You banish it. Does not destroy it. Banishes that card. So that would be like a +2. -1, pay 1,000 life points. +2, hit a magic and trap, banish it, and okay, yeah, +3, my mistake, +3. -1, pay 1,000 life points. +2, it's a quick effect. +3, well, yeah, there are 3 types. So minus plus plus. Minus pay, plus quick effect, plus banish the magic and trap card. So you have 2 pluses, 1 minus. So that's Cosmic Cyclone. Of course, your Raigeki, Dark Hole, and then this came back. Not so expensive anymore, so it's pretty cheap because it came in the gold list. Gold series, Harpy's Feather Duster. This card came back from the ban list. I don't. How long has this card been banned? Ever since the game of Yu-Gi-Oh started? For like how many? I don't know. It's been decades or so since the game has been played. Finally, Harpy's Feather Duster came back. Harpy's Feather Duster. Destroy all spell trap cards your opponent controls. So lucky out of all this time, Harpy's Feather Duster came back. And yeah, it's a gold series now. And it's not that expensive as you think. So lucky enough, we got Harpy's Feather Duster right back. Now as for trap cards, in a Wing Beast deck, you're always going to want to use Icarus Attacks. Target one of your own monsters that's a Wing Beast. Destroy 2 cards on the field. So it's not that bad to do. Like let's say you have your Blizzard. You bring a Kalut. Icarus Attack. Activate it. Hit one of your monsters. Destroy 2 cards on the field. Most likely you're going to want to hit your opponent's monsters. Now, reason. Most likely you want to stop your opponent from activating anything. So if you're going against a field spell you don't want to deal with, Icarus Attack, destroy the field spell, destroy one of their monsters or the backfield. Whatever you're choosing. You can do this already if you're going to see they're going to play a way of, they're going to link and they require 3 monsters. At least destroy one of the monsters straight like that so they have to redo this. So they would have to wait a turn, or you just stop your opponent from playing anything. If they're going to synchro, destroy at least the tuner or the other requirement to make the synchro monster. If they're going to exceed, destroy one of the monsters. And yeah, they have to redo this, or if they're going to go polymerization, whatever, at least destroy one of the monsters before they can use polymerization. Or yes, just destroy, you know, the high attacking monsters. Most likely, use Icarus Attack to destroy what you don't want to deal with. So you can stop your opponent's plays from doing anything. You can destroy their field spells, because I know a lot of field spells that you don't want to deal with. Hit monsters you know you can hit, because yeah, it is targeting. So, most monsters, yeah. Can I target them? Well, you can't target them. But that's Icarus Attack. Then you got your Quaking Mirror Force, Stormy Mirror Force. I do not use Mirror Force. Mirror Force is not so much anymore. Here's the thing. Stormy Mirror Force. All monsters that were in attack mode of your opponent that they have, all those monsters go back to their hand. Now it fills from the extra deck, they go back to the extra deck. Stormy Mirror Force. Quaking Mirror Force. All monsters that are in attack position of your opponents go back face down, and it's permanent. So that's like a little helper right there for when you want to play Spear. You put their monsters face down, it's permanent. So it could be like summon, of course your Sirocco, special summon the Bora, equip this 2000 to the 17, so it'll be a 37 attacker. You attack one of their defense position monsters because they're going to be in defense because of Quaking Mirror Force. And then just Compulse. Compulse your activation device, target one monster on the field, then return that card to your hand. Same thing just like Icarus Attack made, except send it right back. So you're going against a monster that they're going to possibly link, at least hit one of those monsters so it goes back and they're going to have to wait a turn. Or, yeah, wait a turn to do to make their play of what they want to do. Send away the tuner, send away the synchro monster, send away the yeah, monster they need to do polymerization. Or if it's like a tributed monster, hit that monster, so they're gonna have to retry to retribute it. Simple as that. So yeah, that's 40 cards. Now we'll go with the extra deck. When the game started, it was always the Blackwing, Armed Wing, and the Blackwing Armor Master for the Blackwings. Armed Wing, you need a Blackwing tuner. So that's the Blizzard or the Gale. Here's the thing. It's almost like Spear. Attack a defense position, inflict damage. Here's the thing also. It gains 500 attack. So that's like attack. So 500, 28 attack it is. And yeah, it can be also done for Sirocco. Here we go from the beginning. My favorite monster right here out of all synchro monsters. My favorite reason. Blackwing Armor Master. Cannot be destroyed by battle. You take no battle damage. If a monster would attack your Blackwing Armor Master, does not die, you do not take battle damage. When the Armor Master would attack a monster, you can put a counter on him. It's usually called wedge counter. You put that counter on that monster. Still, when you have monsters still when you have your other Blackwings that can attack, or whatever you're planning to do, right? If it's another synchro monster, whatsoever, your type of way of how you want to play the game. If that was a situation, maybe you're playing a Blackwing deck also, or whatever. So, other effect of Blackwing Armor Master, when you take that wedge counter out, that monster becomes 0 attack. And you still have your other monsters you can attack. That's Armor Master. Now, when the game came to a second time doing the Blackwings, their other synchro monsters were the Nothing, Blackwing Nothing, the Starlight. I don't know why they call it Nothing, but it's just the way the game is. And then Blackwing Tamer, OB, Deason, Hawk Joe. Fun also. Here, okay, we'll go with Blackwing Nothing, the Starlight. This one's any tuner. Now, if this card is special summoned, inflict 800 points of damage to your opponent. Then one face-up monster your opponent controls, it loses 800 attack and defense. You can only use this effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Blackwing monster in addition to your normal summon set. You can only use this effect once per turn. Now, the Tamer. Now though, Obedisi and Hot Joe. You need a Blackwing tuner. Then, you can target one level 5 or lower wing beast type monster from your graveyard, put it back to the field. Now, awesome. So it brings back one. If you have one. Other effect. Now, if this were to be a target, if your monster would target this monster, and you had another monster out, you can change your attack to a different attack. So if you had 2 monsters out, you do not want your Johawk to be destroyed, you can switch the attack to one of your other monsters, and that would be the targeted attack, not your Johawk. Don't do it once per turn. So if you wish to switch it to a different monster, you can do that as well. And then the third time Blackwings came out, well, most support came for Blackwings, that's more powerful competitive Blackwing cards. But I don't do those. I only played up to when the second kind of synchro monsters came for Blackwings. And then just the Black Rose Dragon, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Okay. Here's the thing. This card becomes Red Dragon Archfiend. Wow. It's on the field or in the graveyard. Once returned, you can destroy as many special summon effective monsters on the field as possible with the attack less than or equal to this card's other than this card. Then inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. So Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend. And then Draco Berserker of the 10Y, I don't know, because it says a YI, so I guess it's Y or I, whichever it is. Now, when your opponent activates a monster's effect, you can banish it. If this attacking card destroys an effect position monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can do a second attack, as well as this card gains the attack equal to the destroying monster's original attack. So, pretty brutal. And then just, yeah, that's my extra deck. Now, let's try this out if it were to be an actual duel. Let's see what the draw would be. Now let's shuffle and let's see what happens. Let's get a good shuffle, because when you just have the monsters, magic, and traps, as you know, similar like monsters, magic, traps, you always want to shuffle as much as you can, because it's almost going to seem like you're going to get just monsters, magic, or traps, whatever you intend to shuffle it with. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You start off with 5 if you're going first. Let's see. Okay. Not so much of a good draw, but okay. Always Whirlwind you're going to want to start off with. Then you go into Blackwing Shura. You search for Blackwing Whirlwind, you activate. You're going to search for a monster with lower than 18 attack. So you can go into, yeah, let's go Bora. When you have a Blackwing on the field, special summon the Bora. When you have another Blackwing on the field, special summon Gale. Instant like that, 1 turn, 3 monsters. If you're attacking defense position monster, you can battle it. If you intend to destroy that monster, if you can hit it, Gale, you can target 1 monster, cut it in half. Shura, you can destroy, search for another one. You can synchro if you wish to play Blackwing Armor Master or your Johawk. So let's just say it was Armor Master. Now again, also since the rule of Yu-Gi-Oh now, you can play your monster in the extra zone if you wish to, or you can play as many as you want now since the rule came back. And it's not so hard to make synchro monsters, so you can make as many as you want, even if you're not playing the link format way. Well, you do have your extra spot right here, but your link of what the arrows are pointing to, you can play wherever. So yeah, this, and then again, if you have Kalu, so yeah, you won't take damage, but if you're sure it'll be to attack, you can play Kalu, increase it by 14 attack more. Draw, Raigeki, Zerejos, Activate Whirlwind. Search for... Let's say you're gonna go for your Blizzard. Blizzard can't be special summoned, so you have to wait a turn. Draw. Okay, Shira. Summon out your Blizzard. Now, you do not have anything that's lower than 13, but you can use Blizzard. You want to go back into your Spear. You can synchro for a 6, so you can go into your Blackwing Armwind, or let's just say the Starlight. Maybe synchro, because you don't want to deal with your defense right there. So you go into Starlight, draw again, Icarus attack. Alright, so Icarus, summon out your other Shearer, activate Whirlwind. Maybe you want to go to your Kalute. When you play anything, Icarus attack. Now get rid of one. You can go, just get rid of your Sorrels. Destroy one, so destroy any two. Draw another Icarus attack, so you're lucky. And you get the idea of how the Blackwings run that fast. So that was just one hand, and then I was playing to see if you would drop to like maybe 3 times. So let's try again. Now if you're going second, since that was 5 cards since you started off with. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you got 7. Okay, not as good either. But of course, you have your Harpy's Feather Duster maybe you want to start off with, because you don't want to deal with the backfield. Harpy's Feather Duster, get rid of all the magic and traps your opponent controls. Now here's what you can do. Set your Stormy Mirror Force then. Triss, you have another Blackwing out, special summon. If you want to, again, you can go into another Gale, special summon. Or maybe you just want to wait. Just keep these. Synchro to a level 7. Maybe this time you want to go into your Jawhawk. Now, you do not have a level 5 or lower, or higher, my mistake. So you can't really do the second effect, but you do have its other effect if you control another. You have another Blackwing out. So just say you just have this out right now, alright? You draw. Raigeki. This is your backup. Here again, so Triss, Gale, you have another Blackwing out, special summon. And then yes, there you go. Maybe you're gonna synchro into a that was 7. So you go into your Blackwing Armor Master. It's gonna be attack. You switch it to your Blackwing Armor Master. But what happens? Blackwing Armor Master cannot attack. Switch it to here. You don't take any damage. So your opponent just wasted their attack. You drop. Okay, Kalute. Maybe you want to attack. Increase it by 14. So there you go. And then what I mean by Sirocco's effect. Let's say you have these 3 out. Okay, you have these 3 in your hand. So you go Sirocco. You have no monsters. Your opponent has monsters. Special summon 1 because you have a Blackwing out. So, special because you have a Blackwing out. Use Sirocco's effect. Increase it. So you have 1 Blackwing monster it's gonna attack. So you plus the 2000 plus the 17. So plus 2000 plus 17. That's the only one that can attack. And if you're hitting a defense position monster, that's a huge damage you're gonna put to your opponent. And if you have a Kalute, You want to do some more damage to that monster? You have a clue? Okay. So plus the 2000 plus the 17, so plus 17 plus 2000, add the Kalut plus another 14 damage to your opponent. It could be to any monster, so maybe you just want to plus the 17 plus 17 to your Sirocco. Here's another thing. You have the armed wing out. And you just had this out. Okay. Plus the 2000 plus the 17, so 23 plus 2000 plus 17. Attack or defense. Armed wing is just like Bora. They take damage from the defense and gain 800 more attack. So that's 20 plus 2000 plus 17. Attack with this. Attack with the armed wing. It only equips to a Blackwing, so it could be to any Blackwing monster you have. You have your Johawk, you do the effect because maybe you have any of these, well then, bring one back. So you could either bring your Sirocco, or even if you want to bring back your Synchro Monster. Dark Eruption. You already used your Kalut. Or yes, the Gale or whatsoever. You need one of these back in your graveyard. Get it right back. So again, like yeah, you have Sirocco, Dark Eruption. Have your backup to boost the attack, or Gale, special summon since you have a Blackwing out. Cut it in half. You can okay. Now here's a Synchro to make a level 8 if you wish to. To go into your Red Dragon Starlight or the Berserker, into whatever you want to. So that's the Blackwing deck. 40 card deck, fun to do, no competitive cards. So, the Blackwing deck. Hope you all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. I am on another channel. I am the Artist of Strong Style. I play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. We just have to find time to play it, because you know everyone working right now with the COVID-19 going around. It's just going insane right now. I do other deck profiles. If you like these deck profiles I do, I have others I have on Artists of Strong Style. I'm doing other video games. I'm playing other card games with my friends, and we'll be playing some more. We'll be trying out some more. So feel free to check out our videos of what we do. Like I said, if you enjoy what I do, I have some others I do on there. So it's not just this channel I'm doing the deck profiles. I'm doing other deck profiles on Artists of Strong Style. So I will speak to y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Peace.